Across the centuries, few orders of warriors have captured the imagination like the Knights Templar. They were monks who wielded swords, men who took vows of poverty yet held immense power, and fighters who believed that every battle was not only for earth but for eternity. They were feared by enemies, respected by allies, and bound together by a code of faith, honor, and brotherhood. And though their order was destroyed by kings and burned by fire, their spirit could not be erased. Today we'll uncover 3 more powerful quotes that reflect the soul of the Templars, each one a lesson in honor, sacrifice, and unity. Let's begin. Quote 1. No man can claim the title of knight who fears death more than dishonor. For the Templars, death was not the greatest enemy. Dishonor was. They lived by the conviction that life without honor was no life at all. Their enemies could capture their bodies, but they could never take their code. The Templar seal itself bore warriors riding side by side, a reminder that their lives were tied not to fear but to faith and honor. History tells us that at the Battle of Hattin in 1187, many Templars were captured by Saladin's army. Offered the chance to live if they abandoned their faith, they refused. They chose death over dishonor, execution over betrayal. Their courage echoed across Christendom, inspiring others to continue the fight. This mindset was not unique to them. Spartans at Thermopylae embraced death rather than surrender. Samurai committed seppuku rather than live without honor. The Templars stood in this same lineage, warriors who feared dishonor more than death itself. Now think about modern life. Too often we compromise principles for comfort, sell out values for convenience, and betray ourselves for temporary safety. But the Templars remind us that warriors are measured not by their lifespan but by their honor. Practical takeaways. Choose principle over comfort. Never trade your values for safety. Stand firm in your code. A warrior's word is his life. Redefine courage. It is not the absence of fear, but the refusal to betray honor. Accept risk. Death is certain, but dishonor is chosen. Live with integrity. What you stand for should outlive you. The Templars show us that honor is the true measure of a warrior, and without it, even survival is defeat. Quote 2. The blood of martyrs waters the roots of faith. The Templars believed that sacrifice was sacred. Every knight who fell in battle, every brother who laid down his life was not forgotten. His blood became part of the soil of faith, strengthening the cause for which they lived and died. When the Templars were founded, their mission was simple: to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to Jerusalem. Many of those knights died alone on dusty roads, ambushed by raiders nameless in history. Yet their sacrifice kept others safe. To the Templars, this was the highest honor: to die not for self, but for service. Consider Jacques de Molay, the last Grand Master of the Templars. Betrayed by kings, condemned by the Pope, and burned alive in Paris in 1314, he remained faithful to the end. As the flames consumed him, chroniclers say he prayed to God and cursed his persecutors, declaring the order innocent. His death became legend, and his martyrdom fed the myth of the Templars for centuries to come. This principle connects to all warriors. Roman soldiers revered comrades who fell for Rome. Samurai celebrated death and loyalty. Even modern soldiers honor the fallen, knowing their sacrifice strengthens the living. For us, the lesson is clear. True warriors do not live only for themselves. They are willing to sacrifice time, comfort, even life itself, for those they love and the values they defend. Practical takeaways. Honor sacrifice. Respect those who gave so you could live free. Live beyond self. Warriors see service as greater than survival. Accept cost. Nothing great is built without sacrifice. Carry the legacy. Let the sacrifices of others inspire your courage. Redefine martyrdom. It is not only death, but living every day with selfless dedication. The Templars remind us that sacrifice is not defeat. It is the seed of faith, courage, and legacy. If the Templars' code of honor and sacrifice is already stirring something in you, then pause here for a moment. Like this video, share it with someone who needs this fire, and subscribe to Conrad Warriors. Because every week we bring you the spirit of history's greatest warriors. Now let's continue. Quote 3. The temple is not built of stone, but of living men. The Templars understood that their strength was not in castles, fortresses, or wealth, but in each other. They called themselves the Temple, but they were not referring to buildings of stone. They meant themselves, the Knights, brothers bound together in blood and faith. Every Templar was a brick, every brother a pillar, every sacrifice a foundation. This brotherhood made them unstoppable. In battle, they fought in tight formations, protecting one another, refusing to break ranks even under overwhelming assault. Chroniclers wrote that a Templar charge was like a wall of iron, not because of weapons, but because of unity. Think of other warriors shaped by brotherhood, the Spartans shield to shield, the Roman legions shoulder to shoulder, the samurai clans bound in loyalty. The Templars lived by this same principle. One knight alone is vulnerable, but together they are eternal. Modern life often isolates us. We think strength is independence. But the Templars teach us that true strength is interdependence. A brotherhood, a sisterhood, a unity of warriors who refuse to let each other fall. Practical takeaways. Build your brotherhood. Surround yourself with those who share your code. Protect your flank. Stand guard over those who fight beside you. Live for unity. A warrior who fights alone is already defeated. Value loyalty. Trust is the true armor of warriors. Be a brick in the temple. Know that you are part of something greater. The Templars remind us, the temple is not stone but spirit, not walls but warriors, not buildings but brotherhood. The Knights Templar lived by a code that still resonates today. Their words remind us that they were more than warriors of the Crusades. They were warriors of honor, sacrifice, and brotherhood. Their 3 quotes form another Templar code. Fear dishonor more than death, for a life without honor is no life at all. Sacrifice is sacred. The blood of martyrs becomes the seed of faith. Brotherhood is the temple. Strength is not stone, but unity of spirit. Their order was betrayed, their leaders burned, their treasures lost to history. Yet the Templars live on, in myth, in legend, and in the eternal warrior code. So when you face your battles, when fear tempts you to compromise, when loneliness tempts you to isolate, when life demands sacrifice, remember the Templars. Choose honor over fear, embrace sacrifice as legacy, and fight shoulder to shoulder with those who share your mission. This is Conrad Warriors. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, because the warrior spirit lives on in all of us.